In the heart of England's steel and coal country, on winter nights, stories whispered through the frost. But this night, the music wasn't just a story. It was late, past midnight on a frosted night in November 1964. I was 8 years old, drifting between waking and sleep in my front bedroom in Hoyland Common. My Beatles wallpaper shimmered faintly in the glow of my fishy lamp, its glass casting little shadows of swimming fish across the walls. Frost tethered the rooftops outside. The whole village seemed wrapped in silence, as if the world itself had stopped to breathe. Beneath my pillow, my transistor radio whispered from Radio Luxembourg, distant songs bleeding through static, a private universe pressed into my pillowcase. That radio was my lifeline to another world, the one where guitars shimmered and voices soared far beyond the soot and stone of Yorkshire. A sound cut through the hush, not the faint, drifting signal of Radio Luxembourg, but sharp, alive, close. A guitar strum, clear as a bell. Voices followed, rising into the night air. Familiar voices, instantly familiar. My eyes snapped open. I sat up, heart hammering, and rushed to the window. My breath fogged the glass as I pulled the curtains wide and pressed my face against the frost-etched pane. And there they were, two figures standing in the amber glow of the sodium street lamp at the top of our drive. Their shadows fell long and dark on the frosted pavement. Each carried a guitar. One played right-handed, the other unmistakably left. I could not see their faces. The light was too cruel, the shadows too deep. But I could hear them. Oh, how I could hear them. The harmonies and voices were perfect, seasoned, professional. They sang as though they had been singing together all their lives, which of course they had. And the song? A hard day's night, unplugged, unadorned, and absolutely real. Suddenly, the stairs creaked. My parents appeared, sleepy and unimpressed. My dad squinted through the glass and muttered, "Oh, drunks with guitars, and at this hour." My mum shook her head in agreement. But I knew, my heart knew, no drunk in Hoyland Common sang like that. At our junction, Allott's Corner, I saw it. A vehicle was waiting. Pale, metal, glowing under the sodium light, parked half on the grass and half on the road. Was it a van? A car? After 60 winters, my memory blurs. But I know there was something there, idling like a patient steed. The figures played their final chords. They turned. Footsteps crunched on frozen pavement. A door opened. There was a dull thud, perhaps a slam. Then the sound was gone. No headlights, no fanfare, just silence. And me at my window, staring into the night, left with the echo of a song I could name then and can name now. For years I asked myself, did I dream it? Did I imagine the whole thing out of obsession and sleep haze? But throughout my life, my mum and dad always confirmed it. That changed everything. It wasn't just me, it did happen. And then the pieces began to fit. On the 8th of November 1964, the Beatles played the Liverpool Empire. After the show, John went to visit Stu Sutcliffe's parents. The very next night, 9th of November, they played Sheffield City Hall. The road between Liverpool and Sheffield, it runs through Barnsley. Right through Hoyland Common, right past our house, exactly where I stood that frosted night. And there was something else. Angela Williams was seeing Jim McCartney. They would marry just weeks later, on the 24th of November, 1964. which means Paul was learning her world, her family, her roots. And surprisingly, Angie's brother lived here in Hoyland Common, of all places. So the name wasn't random. Hoyland Common might already have been in Paul McCartney's mind. But I do believe this. It could have been John and Paul, slipping from the glare, pausing at that street lamp and playing. A secret encore, unrecorded, unremembered, except by me, a sleepy-eyed boy at his window in Hoyland Common.
Home again, laughing in the rain. Home again, suddenly we'll know that we are home again. Yes, you and I are home again.
Everyone.
Hi.
Gary, my husband, is joining me. This is a story in our book that intrigues me a lot.
So you saw the kid on there, that's me. I lived in a mining town. So I went to bed with my radio, as I always did, fell asleep. This night, something woke me up. A very loud rendition of A Hard Day's Night coming from outside. And we're talking round about 12, 12:30, maybe even 1 a.m. I don't remember the exact time. I have no idea of the date. Much later on, I was able to pin it down to the release of A Hard Day's Night. I remember vividly a big frost across the road from us on the houses. So I know it was winter. It definitely happened because my parents shot into the room. They wanted to see if I was okay. My dad was really annoyed because he had to get up in a few hours to go down the pit. He thought they were two drunks. We watched them. They were stood there with their backs to us right at the end of our drive. We did live on a main road from the north to Sheffield.
Why are you so sure that it was 1964 and not 1963 or 65?
Number one, I think we can all realise that the Beatles hadn't even thought of A Hard Day's Night in 63. We also know they played in Sheffield in 1965, which was their last UK tour, but we quickly ruled that one out because, number one, they were absolutely world famous by that time.
Yeah.
So we looked in 64, and the first thing we looked at was the night before the Sheffield concert, which was on the 9th of November. We looked at where they played before that night, because if it had been London or anywhere south of Sheffield, there would have been no chance.
Right.
But they happened to be playing Liverpool on the 8th of November,
Yep.
so they had to travel from Liverpool to Sheffield. We know that they played a gig in Liverpool, and after that particular gig on the 8th of November, 64, John went to see Stuart Sutcliffe's parents for a while after the gig.
So I found that very intriguing and very possible. The road from Liverpool to Sheffield would have been A6135. And
Yeah.
what's on that road?
My
Gary's
parents' house.
There's a
So that puts them-
after I read that, I'm like, wow, this could have actually happened.
So that puts them possibly in the place,
Right.
puts us in the time frame. The next thing we did was check the weather.
How do the frost and weather records match what you remember?
Sheffield came down to 32 degrees Fahrenheit, which is freezing point that night. So we were definitely at freezing.
So the weather fits into our little story here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my next bullet point, honey. Tell us about the vehicle you recall waiting that night. What does that detail?
They were stood at the top of the drive, just past a waypoint, which we found out, Alett's Corner, it's called, on the main road from Liverpool through to Sheffield. The vehicle, I did notice, was parked at the junction where now there are traffic lights. Everything was deathly still. Was it their infamous white van? I don't know. It could have been a limousine, it could have been anything, but there was a vehicle there with its engine running, because I saw and I remember the vapors out of the exhaust. If you guys know Angie McCartney, who married Jim McCartney, they got married on the 24th of November that year, which means she must have been dating Jim at that time,
Yep.
getting to know each other. We have now found out from Angie herself
Yep.
that she had a brother who lived in Hoyland. Could that have been something in Paul's head? He saw the sign and subconsciously thought, let's just stop here and have a laugh.
The brother thing living
Yeah.
in Hoyland is, her brother lived right down the road from Gary.
Right.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm still voting that this was the Beatles that he heard. Some people say they might have arrived by helicopter. Why do you think that doesn't add up?
There is a rumor online that they arrived in Sheffield by helicopter at the
when
hotel,
we saw that, we kind of were
which
like,
I think was the Grand Hotel on Spinkshill Road. There's no actual evidence of that. There's no photos, there's no bookings, no one can find anything regarding that other than a couple of
Didn't you
fans.
say Brian Epstein is very frugal about...
Well, they said that Brian was very thrifty and frugal
Yeah.
about what he spent.
Or if any of you know, if they went
Hmm.
by helicopter, let us know, because then you've just shattered our dream.
Yeah, I mean, if there's anything we can use to shatter the dream, fine, we're okay with that.
Right.
But every coincidence seems to be leading on to this dream.
Yeah. I'm still going with it. Good event.
Yeah, but it's a wonderful childhood experience I'll never forget. Subscribe to the channel if you can dispute this.
If you can dispute this,
We'll never know unless Paul's watching.
so please,
Like and subscribe.
like and subscribe.
Shadowsofthebeatles.com is our website if you want to listen to some music that we've written and also buy the book.
Yeah, and we thank you so much again for watching and listening. Again, make any comments you want. We read them all. And
I'll try and answer
them
every
all.
single one.
And thank you so
And
much.
thanks for watching.
Thank you.